Hi everyone, my name is Atler Redondo. We're going to present our project called Collections Irrigation. Our mentors are Joseph Assange and Nick Emery. We are
Carlos Elias,
Carlos Lodina, and Michael Mori.
Okay, what is restoration? Restoration is the return of a damaged ecosystem to its normal, stable state. Like when you restore a house, you want to make it look like when it was new. Why we do restoration? Well, first to help the endangered species to become established. Next, it's our responsibility if we commit a mistake on the ecosystem to fix it, and also protect the areas that we have right now. Okay, our project is about restoring the ecosystem. Here in the California coast, the non-native plants are taking over the native plants. They change the habitat for the native animals and plants. And also, the non-native plants can ignite fires. They can destroy more native ecosystem and some human communities. How it works is that the non-native plants roots just go 10 centimeters under the soil, drying it. This doesn't allow the native plants to take root in that area because of the lack of water. How we solve this is by burning regulated habitats, which are the areas that also have a function in the ecosystem and also can be dangerous. And then we plant native plants there, as in the picture.
So this is what Atta was mentioning. During the late summer months, like May, June, July, August, there's basically no water, and there's basically no rain. So what we need to do is to help these plants survive against the non-native plants. We need to help them become established. So to do that, we need to water them basically, especially in the late summer months. Since the plants haven't been established, they haven't reached that 5-meter threshold yet, which they can't reach the groundwater. So we need to find a way to water these plants, especially in remote areas, because one current method used right now is that they actually go up to these remote areas with water, they carry them and they actually water them. That's very time-consuming and it requires a lot of effort. So who's going to help us with this problem? Well, fog is our answer. It's available during the late summer months, and it's a natural resource that's available and it doesn't discriminate between ease of access.
and fog is a low-lying cloud whose base is level ground, and also its visibility is less than a mile away. And as Atal and Michael have stated, during the late summer months, there's little rain and plenty of fog. So what we're trying to do is figure out a way to use fog as an alternative for irrigation. So what we did is we built fog collectors. And these fog collectors are located in the Lagoon Island, which is located here at the UCSB campus near the beach. And there are two type fog collectors, which I have right here. This is our type 1 fog collector and our type 2 fog collector. And the way these work is fog driplets are collected here in the fishing lines, and they drip down to the bottom, which are collected. And there's a tube and will water our selected plants. And we have 30 plants and 2 species. As you can see, we have the Irrigation and the Pseudo-Napoleon. And each plant will have 5 type 1, 5 type 2, and 5 will be controlled, which means no fog collector will be used. And the way data will be collected is every 2 weeks we'll head up to the Lagoon Island and until October or through the first sign of rain.
Okay, so now that you know a little bit about our experiment, 2 experimental methods that with air restoration efforts are measuring the stem length and measuring soil moisture. Why do we measure stem length? We measure it because we want to know how much the plant has grown before and after using the fog collectors. How do we use it? We go to a specific plant and then we grab a branch and then we measure from one specific node all the way to the top of the flower with the string, and then we measure the string with a tape measure. So the goal of this method is to check how the plant is doing without coming in. For soil moisture, why do we measure soil moisture? We measure it because we want to know the water concentrations in the soil of the land. So how do we do it? We go to the plant and then we place a ruler in the middle of the plant, and then we locate where it's north and south with the compass, and then we make 3 measurements to the sides, which are 5 centimeters apart, 10 centimeters apart, and 20 centimeters apart. And in each measurement, we use these metal probes, which You put them under the soil, and then you scan the machine, and it's gonna give you the results. So the goal of this method is to give you the percentages of soil moisture that are gonna be needed for our experimental data.
So this is what we expect to happen basically. We expect the soil moisture to decrease as it goes farther away from the plant, like so in the graph. So the reason why the southern face is lower than the higher face, than the northern face, I mean, is because since we're in the northern hemisphere, the sun is in the southern sky, so it exposes the southern face to exposes the southern face to more sunlight, which means it gets drier. And since the northern face is shaded by the plant, basically it retains its soil moisture. So this is our baseline data we collected. These are from 8 samples, and these are the 5, 10, and 20 centimeters distance away from the plant, in the northern and southern face. So what we found out to be true is that it doesn't really matter. The southern and northern face, the phenomenon doesn't really matter. It's basically dry all around the plant.
So for future study, our fieldwork will continue, and we expect for the soil moisture to increase by the use of the fog collectors, and also we hope that we figure out which one of these 2 fog collectors was more efficient to use fog, or to collect fog, sorry.
Oh, also, in the future, when the experience is done, we'll know, we're going to compare the stem length of the first measurement and the last measurement to see how much it grows by using those fog collectors. Okay, what we learned? Well, from our baseline, we learned that the soil is really dry, so it can be dangerous to plant any species around there without a irrigation system of spec. Also, that the non-native species can have negative effects to the natural ecosystem. We see how the native species have a lot of our pollinators, and the non-native didn't have those, so it can be harmful to let the non-native all over the ecosystem.
So we want to thank the Jack King Foundation and our mentors, Josie Losage, Research, and Nate Emery, which were great, as well as our advisor, Carlos Antonio, James, Kerry, and Ophelia, and RAs, and the whole UC is being staff. Thank you.